Hi, it's Dave with Small Biz Mechanics today, and I want to go over some things with you in regards to business development. We call this the 5C's of business development, and I think as a small business owner, what you might find as you get into developing brand new business that these 5C's are definitely going to come into play. First, we have what we call capturing your audience. This is really, really key. You want to be looking at the different ways that you can capture and attract that audience to you. You've got via the web, you've got via the phone, you've got via text, and you've got via email. Now, this is just a few examples of how you can capture your audience. Some of you may be using social media to do this, but I'm just going to go over these basics with you. And when you're looking at the web, many of you are probably going to be looking at the fact that the social media is playing into it when you're looking at attracting and capturing people to you. And then we get down to the phone. There are some that are still using the phone to this day. It actually can be very responsive and a really great tool in certain industries, certain businesses. So you definitely want to look at that. And when we get into like text, we look at SMS text marketing. Some businesses this works really well for, like say a dentist, doctors, restaurants, and certain retailers, and some service businesses. You can use these different texting platforms today, and believe it or not, there's people that would rather engage in text than email and or the phone. And then lastly, we have email that we can capture with today. There's many different ways to do this, and with best practices using opt-in and double opt-in forms, and also different pages to be able to have people to subscribe to the information that you're providing, and or a e-letter, newsletter, etc. So when we talk about this, capturing your audience, the next thing we have to look at is really customizing the message. And you've got to look at customizing that message to each individual market. And then you want to, what I call, individualize when possible. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to use their first name, and you're going to develop that rapport with this brand new prospect, so you can basically eventually take them to the next level. And ultimately, what you're looking to do here is you're cultivating the relationship. You're looking at essentially your finding the want, you're finding the need, you're finding that desire, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to fill the tank. Okay, this is what it's really going to come down to. So you're going to cultivate that relationship, and ultimately you want to fill somebody's tank up so you can go to the next step. And what does that come down to? Well, that's going to basically be converting. You're taking that relationship to the next level. You're going to convert into a sale. You're going to be surveying at specific points in this relationship, and then you're going to establish retention mechanisms so you can have people that will basically stay with you, and you can retain them as a subscriber, a client, a customer, or even a patient. So really, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you're going to have to continue to communicate with these people. Okay, you're going to have to continue this relationship. You're going to have to bring value. You're going to have to continually survey to find out what people want, what they don't want. You're going to have to build that relationship, and ultimately you're going to open up the door for referrals. So what we want you to do here is basically take these 5C's, okay? And if you have more questions or you want additional information, you can visit us at clickandmortarblog.com, and you can learn more about this topic of business development for your small business. This is Dave with Small Biz Mechanics, and we'll be back with our next video.